You better think twice before you fight one. What up, man? Y'all know who it is, your boy, Big Tonka Boy, and I'm back with another video, man. Hey, man, look here. Somebody commented and asked me, hold on. I can't get started without doing this. I gotta give thanks to God for allowing me to drop another video. I gotta give thanks to God for allowing y'all to watch another video, you dig? Shout out to YouTube and shout out to the Tonka squad, man. Make sure y'all press the like, share, and subscribe button, man. We on the road to 10K subscribers, man. In less than 2 months. Let me see, December. I started in December, January, February, March. Okay. Don't hold that adding up against me. We almost 4 months. Almost 10,000 subscribers in less than 4 months, man. But let's get to it. Somebody commented and asked, do you supposed to fight homosexuals in the penitentiary? Well, y'all see the title. But let me clarify that title. Let me clear it up for you a little bit. Do not fight a homosexual if you feel you can't win the fight. Now, if you feel like you can whoop him, then go ahead and whoop him if it's a cause. Because we have to realize, I want y'all to realize this, because they get it confused in prison. They get to thinking that they real women and they not. They real men. They fake women, real men. So when you make him mad, he kind of forget that he's supposed to be a woman. And he get to throwing them haymakers like a man. So I'm going to say this right here. Let me clear it up. First off, if you're in the penitentiary, you shouldn't really have a problem with a homosexual because you're not going to be dibbing and dabbing in that department. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if a homosexual was to disrespect you by coming on to you, flirting with you, then you go ahead and try to break his jaw. But I don't see them doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them doing it because one thing about a homosexual in penitentiary, they know who's dibbling and dabbling. They know who to come at. They know who to flirt with. They know who, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna deal with only them people. They not gonna come to a dude they know that stumped down and they like, hey man, he ain't going. They ain't finna disrespect you like that. So that wouldn't be a problem. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, for one, you shouldn't have no problems with none. I mean, they still have to sit down and piss. You know what I'm saying? When they go pee, they got to sit down and pee. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see them coming at you like, hey, what's the spitting game at you and shit. It don't happen like that in the penitentiary. Now, I'm gonna give you 2 reasons though that you don't want to fight him. If you feel that you can't whoop him, it's not a woman, it's a him. And they go by they or them. So now you fighting 2 people. But anyway, if you think you can't whoop him, now if he disrespect you and come on you or whatever like that, you just gotta take your chances because you gotta show him that you ain't with that. So you gotta go ahead and slap him, break his jaw, whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But you do not want to lose. I got a headache, y'all. But if you lose a fight with a homosexual in the penitentiary, you're going to have problems from then on. And the reason I say that is, you just got to them, to the booty dogs in there, to the regular dudes in there, you just got whooped by a girl. So that take your status, whatever status you was on, it just took your status from here to here. Just like that. So if the homosexual a little bigger than you, you still got to hit him if he say something wrong to you. You just got to go for it. But you don't want to lose. So fight with all your might. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little hint. They be strong than them all. I done seen some beat some dudes down. So you gotta be ready. When you step to them, you gotta be ready. Now I had a homeboy from Helltown, and I think I told this on one story, but I got a homeboy from Helltown. Well, hold on, let me clarify that. I was born in Helena. I was raised in Ford City. So he's not technically, I mean, I ain't gonna say, I mean, I got homeboys that I was locked up with from Helena, but this wasn't really a homeboy. This is actually a guy that I knew. And then when I found out the activities that he was into, then I kind of separated from him. You feel what I'm saying? It always come out after so long. So he got to fighting with a homosexual. And the homosexual whooped him from one end of the barrack to the other. And then he had the nerve to come ask me, did it look that bad? Man, it looked horrible. The homosexual beat your ass. Bad. I mean, walked you from one wall to the other wall. You can't get no worse than that. Now, I don't know what happened to him after that because, you know what I'm saying, I was kind of done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was a love affair or what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that he liked them boys. You know what I'm saying? But he whooped him from one end to the other end. So that made him look bad. It took him from up here to down here. Just like that. So you don't want to do that unless you can win. And you know or feel 97% that you can whoop this homosexual. Okay? Now, the second reason you really want to avoid fighting a homosexual, and even regular people in the penitentiary. HIV is real. And in Arkansas prisons, they don't separate you. No, they don't separate you. You out there in the mix with everybody. They got everything. They got HIV, they got AIDS, whatever. You right there on the yard with them. You right there in the chow hall with them. You right there in the barracks with them. The only way you would probably know if for some reason you got to go to pill call for, I don't know, you might just want some Advil, some ibuprofen. Well, they don't give you Advil, they give you ibuprofen. You might just want some ibuprofen because you got a bad headache or you hurting or whatever. And you go down there and you notice a dude in there getting that pill. You know what I'm saying? Them pills, well, they're going to take more than one, but whatever. It'd be a mixture of stuff. So they got to go down there, you know, faithfully. And I noticed, and I ain't saying this because I think people drink this out in the world, but in the penitentiary, they give most of the HIV patients or the AIDS patients Ensure. It's like a little shake, I don't know if it's a protein shake or what, it's supposed to give you energy. And they make them drink that daily too. So it's never a way, they don't get a tag on their arm or you know, like a hospital would give you or something like that and say, hey, I got HIV. It don't do that. They walking around amongst you like everybody else. But we know the biggest population to have HIV and AIDS, just facts, is homosexual. So if you get to fight with one, it's a possibility if you beat them up bad enough that you might contract what they got. If they got it. I ain't saying all. I'm saying most. So if they got it, you might get it that way, even though you can get it from a regular heterosexual dude. You know what I'm saying? If you fighting him, if he got it. I mean, that's what make it dangerous, because people be out here talking about, I whoop dude, I beat dude crazy, I boom, boom, boom. But man, you done probably beat the blood out of him, but do you know if he got HIV or not? So now your knuckles done bust open, you done bust his face open. Now y'all intertwined in blood, man. So now you came down here. See, this is how crazy the penitentiary can be. Now you done went down there to do 2 years in the penitentiary, wanted to be badass, got to fighting with everybody, and whooped the homosexual, whooped the heterosexual, whooped this dude. And now when you get tested, before you go home, this is Arkansas prison, I don't know about no other prison, before you go home, they gonna test you for HIV/AIDS virus. And what if you been down there fighting and doing what you're doing and thugging and representing and this and that, whooping, beating folk blooded, and then, bam, when you take that test, oh man, you positive. Shh. You gonna tell them, give you the rest of your time, because you're gonna be drove. That's the second, that's the first, that should have been the first reason, but you know what I'm saying? That's the 2 reasons I can give you that you don't want to fight no homosexual. And you really don't want to fight a regular person because of that. Like, you don't. I mean, they just out there in the open, or doing what you do, sleeping where you sleep, shower where you shower, eating off the same spoons that if somebody or wash it right or this and that, man. I mean, that's why I got a habit of eating off plastic spoons still to this day. We can be at an elegant dinner. And I'm going to ask them folks, do y'all got some plastic? I need some plastic silverware. Or whatever you call it. I need a plastic spoon, plastic fork, plastic knife. That's what I need. And that's what I'm going to eat off of because I don't trust nobody like that. The penitentiary got me like that. The penitentiary got me why I don't season my food because they never season the food. They just put some salt and pepper on your table. I'm not used to doing it. Put the season. My mama used to put the season in the food when she was whipping it up in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So it just some stuff that you get adapted to and you stuck with it, and that right there stuck with me. I still eat off plastic spoons and forks, and I still don't season my food. However it comes, that's how I eat it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a wake-up call for y'all, anybody. And to answer, I can't remember the person, I'm sorry about that. I can't remember the person who come in and asked that, but I hope this video answered your question. So no, you just don't want to be picking no fights with no homosexual. You don't want to be just fighting if you don't got to. Only if you have to. If somebody disrespects you, got to do what you got to do. But if you got some gloves in there, you better put them on. Cause man, blood flying around everywhere like when they do them riots and stuff like that. And man, everybody fighting everybody and people stabbing and people hitting with locks and blood flying and man, too much contamination up in there. I'm just saying what's real. It's too much, man. Half of the birds don't got the TB lights. Some of them got the TB lights where for tuberculosis, where it'll supposed to clean the air. Man, most of them birds now ain't got that. So if somebody in there with that coughing on you and it, man, it's hey man, I can't stress enough to y'all to stay out the penitentiary for what. I don't care, man. Whatever you can think about, just think about it worse. 10 times worse than the penitentiary. And that ought to make you want to stay out of there. But that's right. I mean, people just don't think about that. But look how dangerous that is, man. You can go down there for 2 years, man, and come out with HIV, man. They sit me down there when I was getting ready to go home. I didn't know they were going to do that. But I was getting ready to go home or whatever. They were like, hey, come on in here. You got to do this first. I'm like, do what? So the nurse come, you stop by the nurse office and stuff like that. She gonna take your blood and all that. She said, we got to test. She said, it's like a law that they got to test us for that before we get out. And she tested me or whatever, and it came back, I was A1, you feel me? So I would really get out of these streets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I did that, you know what I'm saying? Got out of these streets, man, and been out here ever since as far as from the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? But definitely avoid them. And I ain't bashing nobody. You be whatever you want to be. But we know the truth. We know, well, shit, these days in town, I don't know. Back in the day, we knew that men was more likely to be hoes than women. They just keep it real. Men most likely to be hoes than women, right? Back in the day, like now, these women are straight thoughts, so I don't know. They might have done passed us, you know what I'm saying? But, so when you get two men, and then they homosexuals, and like men on top of that, they just, everywhere they go, over this bird. Oh, go this bird. Oh, you got to ship that bird. It's just constant. You know what I'm saying? When women, they ain't really doing nothing but bumping coochies. You know what I'm saying? They gonna bump coochies and gonna get some kind of plastic for penetration. So you really ain't catch, I don't know how they catching nothing. I mean, they probably can catch something if one of them already had something and they did that, or one of them messing with a man that got something or something. But other than that, I don't know, y'all have to drop that. What can they get? If they ain't got none, two women ain't got none, and they messing with just each other, what the hell can they get? Cause they ain't no penal. I ain't gonna wreck my brain trying to think about it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know where I'm getting it. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up long. I just want to tell y'all that before I go in here and have my dinner, man. Look here, first off, whoever asked that, hey, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start trying to answer comments when, you know, when they ask something and it's video worthy, I'll do it. But shout out to you for asking that. But stay your ass out the penitentiary. That way you don't have to worry about it. I'm telling you now. Look at me now. You see me? You see my eyes, man. These motherfuckers bigger than motherfuckers. I know you see them. Stay out the penitentiary, man. You heard me? For real, man. Anyway, man, y'all have a safe night. Remember to say your prayers before you go to bed, man. It's your boy, Big Tonka Boy, man. Shout out to YouTube and shout out to the Tonka Squad. Hey, man, don't forget, man. Press the like, share, and subscribe button for your boy. Especially if you want to be a part of this Tonka Squad. You hear? Yeah, I'm out. Big Tonka.